Right, hey guys, how are we doing? Back another video from Swag Cargate, and today we are checking out Naruto versus Sasuke at every time, like moment in time kind of thing, in the series. And this is an interesting one. I remember Swag said that he was going to delete all of the Seth the Programmer videos, the collabs they did with Seth after everything that happened, and that he would potentially come back and have a new approach, and this is one of them. I went back through my videos. I was like, I'm sure I've seen something similar before, and yeah, this is one said video, and I feel like he'll have more of an approach, and I hope he does this with Six. I hope that Six is now the guy that's just going to be collabing and stuff like that, because I love his stuff, and he always has really interesting takes on stuff like this. So yeah, let's check this video out.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
What's going
Swag
on?
Kage here, and today I'm gonna be revisiting an old topic
Right. Okay. So I was right. Cool.
from it must have been like 6 years ago or something. But I'm not gonna be alone. I brought my buddy Six with me. Say hi to everybody.
Nice.
Hello.
So as you guys
Hello.
can no doubt tell from the title, this is going to be an analysis of who would win in a fight between Naruto and Sasuke at every point in the story.
Cool.
So generally the rules for these fights are going to be that the version of Naruto we pick has to have a corresponding version of Sasuke that
right.
we pick
Okay.
as well.
Cool.
So we're not going to throw Land of Waves Naruto up against Chunin Exam Sasuke or
Right,
anything like
cool,
that.
yeah.
Or vice versa, right? It is going to be at congruent parts of the story that we pick both versions of each character
Cool.
from.
Oh, this is gonna be
So
sick.
it
Cool.
should be
All right.
fairly simple and
Yeah,
easy
yeah.
to understand. And it's also not like a team battle or anything like that either. Just in
Just
case anybody's
individual.
confused, it's one-on-one, just who would win at
Right.
each given point.
Cool.
Now that that's out of the way, let's just go right ahead and get started. So the first section is the first arc. We're not going to do any academy stuff or whatever. We're going to start where the story begins.
Groovy.
with
Sasuke
the
wins.
Land of Waves.
Sasuke wins.
And Six and I both agree, and I think most of you guys will agree that Sasuke takes this pretty handily.
I mean, he beat the demon.
Yeah, look, Naruto has no clue what to do in this situation, and Sasuke just completely handles it. It's like, yeah, all right.
Brothers, two Chunin.
He annihilated the Demon Brothers.
Demon
bro.
Brothers.
Like,
Sorry, not to
he
downplay.
flexed on
Not to
them.
downplay. But Naruto just frozen in fear.
It's like, what do I
totally
do?
just not
And
on
Sasuke's like,
level. They do have good teamwork at this point, though.
Yes.
Right, against Zabuza, but that's not correlating to an actual battle between the two. That's more so just making plans. Sasuke's definitely the better ninja, the stronger ninja, and I think that's just implied, right? Like
Yes.
Sasuke's the genius, he's got it. Naruto doesn't yet.
I mean,
trying to get it.
narratively, the whole thing is that Naruto has to work his way up to Sasuke's level.
yeah, but then I'll let it play out. I was going to say, when it comes to Haku and when Naruto unlocks some of the Nine Tails chakra, I feel like that's when it's tips. But yeah,
Sasuke's a goalpost for him, and Naruto definitely doesn't surpass him here in the first arc. Obviously not.
Yeah. I mean, this is a little bit after the bell test, right? And it's like
In the
days
bell
after
test,
the bell
Sasuke's
test.
performance was just dwarfing Naruto's.
Yep.
There was
Yeah.
no comparison whatsoever.
Kakashi's like, I can't read while I fight this guy.
Yeah, he actually had to fight Sasuke one-on-one.
Roof.
Yeah, he was surprised at Sasuke's performance too. Like aside from that,
Yes.
he's like Ginny shouldn't be able to use fire style and whatnot. So yeah, and that's another thing. Sasuke already knows nature transformations and whatnot. Naruto has no idea. He won't learn that until later on in Shippuden.
Yeah,
So-
Naruto doesn't learn that until the halfway point of the series. So
Yeah.
Got a
Sasuke
while
is just
to
way
go.
ahead of him. They do seem to have pretty similar fundamentals, as shown by the fact that they both make it to the top of the tree in the tree
right,
climbing
yeah.
exercise at about the same time.
Yeah.
But in terms of combat skill, arsenal, power, speed, all that, Sasuke is just superior
Yeah, definitely.
in every relevant category. The only exception, or asterisk I want to throw in here, is obviously if Naruto gets the same Nine Tails boost.
Right, cool, yeah, awesome. I thought they were just going to completely gloss over it. I thought it was going to be an absolute idiot at this, but for me, it's kind of obvious that if he has this boost, he's just going to completely he just overpower Sasuke with brute force. But cool.
As he got against Haku. That version of Naruto just destroys Sasuke. It's not fair at all.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. But I think that it's like it would be weird to give this round to Naruto based on those merits.
Well, yeah.
Because there's no reason to assume that he would actually start using the Nine Tails chakra in a fight against Sasuke.
Well, no,
the
he wouldn't.
reason that came
He
out
just
when
rages
he was
out.
fighting Haku
Because of what happened to Sasuke, isn't it? And he just rages out.
is because he thought Haku killed Sasuke and it was a rage emotion thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just no
It was very much a Dragon Ball Super Saiyan boost.
way he would think Sasuke killed Sasuke and do the same thing.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
really like a super technicality that you just can't include. So it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, he would beat him, but realistically, that's not going to happen.
So round one is going to go to Sasuke.
Yeah, okay.
The next section is the Forest of Death. And I'm not going to be talking about them base to base because that's not really interesting. I mean, they're still pretty similar to how they were in the Land of Waves. So if it's like at the start of the Forest of Death, Sasuke fights Naruto, Sasuke's probably going to win. The more interesting conversation, and it requires me to fairly early on in the video break the rules I laid out at the beginning. But the more interesting conversation is Sasuke with the curse mark versus Naruto with the Nine Tails boost, right? The Naruto that fought against Orochimaru, damaged the snake, versus the Sasuke that fought against the Sound Team, Dosu, Zaku, and King. Now, this one is a little bit harder to answer because neither of them have super direct scaling to one another. But what I will say is that Sasuke's performance against Orochimaru with just his Sharingan was pretty similar to Naruto's performance against Orochimaru with the Nine Tails chakra. So if you were to give Sasuke the curse mark boost on top of that, he would probably win.
Yeah. I mean, 100%, bro. I mean, Sasuke with the curse mark, he outperformed Lee, even first gate weighted Lee.
Yes.
Throw that in there.
Right.
On the tech. He outperformed first gate weighted Lee against the Sound Ninja. And Naruto got folded by him right in the beginning of the prelims with in beginning of the Forest of Death or whatever. So Sasuke is clearly just gonna take that round, and even if you throw in the Nine Tails amp, it's not gonna be that much. Orochimaru didn't even like flinch at Naruto using that, and then Sasuke, he did his little performance or whatever. You could say he's mental amped if you want to.
But he
And
melted off
Orochimaru-
Orochimaru's face.
Yeah,
You know? Like,
and Orochimaru chose him like right there. Like, yeah, this is the guy. So,
he basically says something to the effect of, "Oh, you're his brother, all right." You know, he's already comparing Sasuke to Itachi and
Yeah, you can already tell, like, wow, damn, you got potential, boy.
stuff. So he clearly sees something special in Sasuke before Sasuke gets the curse mark power boost. So there's just no world where Naruto wins this fight in base or with either of their special power-ups. I just can't see it. I think that Sasuke wins categorically, no matter which version of the characters you use from the Forest of Death. So we're going to tally up another point for Sasuke on the board.
Yeah, cool.
yep.
2-0.
Next up is the Chunin exam preliminaries. And Naruto finally gets his first W. But unfortunately, it's not like a fair one. The reason Naruto wins here isn't on his own merits. It's not because he got significantly stronger since the Forest of Death or anything, but it's because Sasuke is not in good shape.
He's out.
Okay.
Okay.
Because the curse mark is messing with him badly.
He
So
also can't use his
Naruto,
Sharingan at this point, right? I'm pretty sure he says he can't use his Sharingan at this point in the prelims.
yeah, he can't use any ninjutsu
Damn.
at this point.
Well, okay, so Naruto's obviously got it, hasn't
Straight
he?
techniques from Sasuke's not really doing it. Even the arguments we were giving earlier, it was more so when Sasuke's using his super ninjutsu tricks and his Sharingan to get it over on Orochimaru. Especially base Sasuke drained of chakra, and the curse mark messing with him, putting him in physical pain, literal physical pain. Yeah, he's not getting it over on Naruto,
No.
who basically just has auto healing. So
Yeah.
Now, there is an argument to be made that if he manages to hit Naruto with the Lion's Barrage, he might win the fight. But I don't know if he'd bust that out, like, on Naruto specifically. because he didn't know the guy he was fighting, and he went all the way out. And the other thing too is, like Six said, Naruto has auto healing, so that might not put him down anyway.
Yeah, like he might get up after that and just be like, "I'm not going down," and then
You're gonna have to hit me again, and he's just gonna. I
So
can't
Either
do
way,
it.
It's a point on the board for Naruto.
Yeah, Naruto is the more likely of the two to win the fight here. Next up, we have the Chunin exam finals. And so I will say here that I'm not going to do like a separate version of Naruto for, say, Neji fight Naruto and Gaara fight Naruto, because it's the same character. They're hours apart. There's no special training or anything like that. The only difference is mentality. But even then, the main difference between how Naruto performed in his fight against Neji and how Naruto performed in his fight against Gaara is that in one of those fights, he summoned a massive, like, Sannin level summon to help him fight.
Yeah.
And if he does that against Sasuke and convinces Gamabunta to listen to him, then obviously he wins.
Yeah, definitely.
But Gamabunta's not going to listen to
No,
him. It was a very, 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 very special set of circumstances that allowed Naruto to convince him
because he's
to
fighting
fight Gaara. The main
tail
thing
beast.
was that he accidentally summoned Gamakichi. Gamabunta wanted to protect Gamakichi, and Naruto had to point out that Gamakichi was there in the first place. Otherwise, Gamabunta would probably just leave the stadium. You know, and Naruto would have used all that chakra for nothing. Granted, the chakra probably wouldn't be a huge deal to him because he has a lot of it, but Gamabunta is a non-factor here. So the real question is, could Naruto, with that Nine Tails amp from his fight against Neji, beat Sasuke? And I don't think so. No.
He's not winning. I mean, man, I really don't want to talk about Sasuke versus Lee, but I think I'm gonna have to bring it up.
Yeah.
I mean, like Sasuke, he's like on par with Lee in speed. I think that's fair to say, right? I don't think he should get attacked for that. And Lee,
no, that much is stated.
Yeah, Lee is faster than Neji. I think that's pretty clear too. I mean, Sasuke's faster than Naruto, and now he has Chidori, which Naruto is not avoiding.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, Naruto should have the capability of summoning Gamabunta, but like Swag said, that's just not going to help him here.
Yeah, he's not going to help.
Gamabunta's just not going to listen to him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's really like a Sasuke W, especially if Sasuke's at full power. Because, I mean, even in the Konoha Crush, like, forest portion of the fight, where Sasuke's losing to Gaara, it's just because he keeps spamming Chidori's at him.
And he's just
and if
hurting
Sasuke
himself.
happens to pull out the curse mark on Naruto like he did with Gaara, he's going to tear him in half.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just another W on the board for Sasuke. So
it's just not fair for Naruto at all. Sasuke's just, I mean, he beats up Gaara without his Sharingan. You know, he's advanced so much in the time that
he's trained with Kakashi. Yeah, he did.
So there was already a gap between him and Naruto, and Kakashi really maximized the time that
Naruto takes so long to catch up to Sasuke, but that's probably a point, though, isn't it? Like, he needs a goal to reach other than the Hokage thing, and Sasuke is that goal, and Sasuke is just constantly ahead of him. Like, even after the time skip, he still ain't got nothing on Sasuke.
He took the train Sasuke. So, like, I think that Naruto just... It's not as much of a blowout as, say, in the Land of Waves. I think if Naruto, like, taps into his Nine Tails power, he actually does give Sasuke a decent fight, but he definitely doesn't win under any circumstances.
Yeah.
Damn.
Even if he makes a bunch of clones, and I mean like a bunch of clones,
like, whoa,
that probably won't help him either. It'll be like one of those scenes in the series where you have Naruto throw all his clones at somebody and they just like dodge them and pop them over and over. I mean, like Sasuke did when they fought on the hospital rooftop, pretty much. Yeah. So, like Six said, gonna mark this one up for Sasuke. Current score: 1 Naruto, 3 Sasuke. Next up, the Search for Tsunade arc.
Yep. Naruto is a lot stronger here, and Sasuke is incapacitated. So I mean, naturally, you know where this is gonna go. I mean, the fight on the rooftop is just super.
So Naruto's just getting wins because Sasuke can't fight. It's like that's
Indicative of how this fight would go.
Yeah,
But it's
it
even
basically
worse.
is this fight because Sasuke in that fight is pretty much exactly the same in terms of skill, strength, speed, all of that.
If anything, he's
As
stronger.
he is, yeah. If anything, he's a little bit stronger
'Cause of hatred
as
and
he
whatnot.
was when he fought Itachi in the hotel. And Naruto is pretty much exactly the same as well. So if you give Naruto from the end of the Tsunade arc, the Rasengan, and all that, like he's able to use it the same way he did on the hospital roof, then Naruto wins because even though they were pretty close, like they were relative in that fight, the end of the fight
Yeah, when you
is
see
where
that.
things change.
yeah. Sasuke has that realization where he's like, oh, actually, I thought I was the best, but then yeah, like because Sasuke's just like the little tiny hole there, boom. It's like, whoa, okay, yeah.
And it became evident that Naruto was gonna win, like by a lot, because his Rasengan was just gonna blow up Sasuke's Chidori. And I
Really
don't know
would've,
what was
yeah.
gonna happen to Sasuke, by the way, if that
Yeah.
clash did happen.
Ooh,
But
do you know, I've never thought about that because obviously you see how the powerful like thing, but if Kakashi didn't jump in, what if Naruto like accidentally have like blown Sasuke's arm off or something? Like, because look at that, whoa.
probably wouldn't have been good for him. So this is
Ooh.
another
That'd be a really good like what if series. What if Kakashi didn't jump in?
one of those things where I kind of have to break the rules I set out in the beginning, and I have to take Naruto from the end of the arc and throw him up against Sasuke from the beginning of the arc. But there's not
That's
a
just
whole
how
lot
it
of
plays
change
out.
that happens. Like, by the time Sasuke is incapacitated, Naruto's still pretty much the exact same as he was in the Chunin exam finals. So I think it's more interesting to take him from the end and Sasuke from the beginning. But the thing is, the series already answers that for us, right? Because we have their fight on the hospital roof, so we can just give this one to Naruto and move on to the next
Yeah,
one.
okay, fair.
I mean, if you're still in denial, bro, like after Sasuke saw the Rasengan and what it did to the water tank, he became evil.
Yeah,
So I mean,
that's what that was the tipping point, wasn't it? That's where I was like, right, I can't be having Naruto catch up to me.
it
Yeah.
is pretty clear Naruto is taking that.
It wasn't the exact last straw that made him leave the village.
Definitely
that was
pushed
the
it,
Sound
though.
Ninja coming. But it was very close to the final straw that made him leave the village and pursue Orochimaru.
Yeah.
Speaking of, the next fight is Naruto versus Sasuke from the Sasuke retrieval arc. And that fight
Sasuke
happened.
won.
Sasuke won.
Yeah, so there we go.
Sweet.
There we go. Yeah.
There's something I want to say about this one because people bring up how Naruto, like at the end of the clash, he scratched Sasuke's headband instead of going for like a critical strike or something like that. I think that it's extremely disingenuous to say that Naruto would have won otherwise because then you just take Naruto out of character. It's in Naruto's character to do something like that because he's petty and Sasuke said he couldn't put a scratch on his forehead. That's why he did it. So Sasuke would win if they fought again because Naruto is stupid and petty. and
Yeah,
he would do it
that's how
again.
he would fight. Yes.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
It would also just be like what do you want us to do? Look at like a fight that we actually see happen where Sasuke wins
It happened.
and give it to Naruto. Like just because of this detail from the end of the fight.
That's actually quite funny. Yeah, like that fight happened. We have a winner. It is decided.
Nah, no way. Can't do it. Sorry, boss. So, current score at the end of part 1 is 4 for Sasuke, 2 for Naruto. Not looking good for our
But then again, right, as we go into Shippuden, Sasuke still got a lot more wins from the get-go as well. I don't think it's till about the war, maybe. I don't know.
pal Naruto. And it's not going to get better.
in the next round.
No.
Yeah, not for a
Yeah.
while, actually. Next round is Kazekage Rescue.
Because when is it? Is it the Kage Summit? I think Sasuke's still stronger then, and he keeps building up. because then he gets the Magenko Sharingan, the Amaterasu. Ah,
Jesus, man.
This
Yeah,
is
Naruto just can't win.
no.
He
No.
can't win this one at all. Like the last one, it's like, oh yeah, maybe you had a little bit of argument with the headband scratch thing. This one, Naruto cannot win.
No.
Nine Tails chakra gets taken out of the equation because Sasuke now can enter Naruto's mind and stop Kurama from giving him chakra. So none of that's happening.
Yep.
And then we see Sasuke with his Sharingan off, speed blitz.
He's just there, and Naruto just stands there as he draws his sword.
Tenchi Bridge arc.
Which makes no sense.
Yeah.
There's no way that sword should come out like that. But yeah.
They think Sasuke is so strong here, without his curse mark on even, that he is on drugs to get stronger. So, I
think that's Tsunade's assessment as well, isn't
It's
it?
like, he must be doping.
The Meta Ninja experts, that they think Sasuke is on drugs to get stronger. Naruto cannot win.
No,
He stands
not at all.
no chance whatsoever. Naruto gets bodied
Yeah,
here. It's just
absolutely.
bad, right? Like, and I know that I have, the thing is, oh, he's the Uchiha guy. He likes saying that Uchiha win
Yeah,
in
but
versus battles,
it's
but
true,
like,
though.
there's
Come
no
on.
way, man, because they fought in the next arc, and Naruto had backup from a whole team, and the whole team got wiped out.
Yeah.
He had Sakura, Sai, and Yamato all there, and none of these guys are chumps, by the way. Okay, just so we're clear, Yamato and Sai have Anbu
Oh, yeah.
foundation ties, so they're super elite Jonin. Sakura in the previous arc fought against a member of the Akatsuki and did a pretty good job, and Sasuke just invalidates all of them, Naruto included. So that also brings us to the next arc, or the next fight, which is Tenchi Bridge arc. Now, if they fight base to base, exactly what we just said will happen is going to happen. So I think it's more interesting if we say, well, what if Four-Tail Naruto fought against Curse Mark Sasuke? Now, the thing is, Sasuke can just suppress the Nine Tails.
Yes.
So this probably
We've witnessed it. We've seen it.
isn't going to happen. But if you do assume that Naruto goes full Four Tails to fight Sasuke, which I don't think is in character, maybe he has a chance. However, Orochimaru looked at Three-Tail Naruto. And by the way, Three Tails is, I think, the most I can see Naruto using if he were to fight Sasuke.
Against Sasuke, yeah,
in
because
the
then he's
hideout.
just completely
But,
freaking out.
like, he looked at Three-Tail Naruto and said, "You're not even in the same league as Sasuke."
Yeah.
That's insane. And it's unclear if he was talking about curse marker base, too.
Yeah. So I mean, like, Naruto, with all this power, dozens of times of an amp at this point, maybe upwards of 30 times of an amp, is not even in the same realm of power as Sasuke.
Yeah, mad.
So I mean,
I
what
also
are we supposed
want
do?
to emphasize that part, not the, Sasuke's still stronger than you. Orochimaru said, you're not even in the same league.
Yeah.
They are, like, Naruto is gold or platinum and Sasuke is diamond, right? Like, massive, massive gap.
Naruto
like-
is S rank and Sasuke is Z rank.
Yeah,
Z.
exactly. Something like that. And that's a big deal, right? So that means that Naruto has to use the Four Tails to even stand a chance against Sasuke.
So just to put up a fight.
And if you want to give it to Naruto, I guess I can see why, because Four Tail Naruto is really strong.
It's a beast.
Based on the statements that are there, it seems like Curse Mark 2 Sasuke might still win this fight.
Yeah.
So
I give
don't
it to
know.
Sasuke just because of Genjutsu and being able to suppress the Naruto.
Yeah, he's not going to be.
Yeah,
he's
I
literally-
think
yeah, he can
that's
suppress
probably
it.
what would happen.
Yeah.
Is that if you say that Naruto starts the fight in Four Tails, Sasuke would probably just be able to suppress the Nine Tails the same way he did when they fought in the hideout. So you don't really even have to ask, is he stronger than Four Tail Naruto anyway?
Yeah. So another W on the board for Sasuke.
Next arc, Akatsuki suppression. Now this
I still think Sasuke's got this, but we shall see.
one, it's basically stated that Sasuke is still superior to Naruto. And in fact, not only that, but Naruto still thinks that the version of Sasuke that he saw in the hideout is stronger,
Stronger
than
than
him
him.
after
Yeah,
he
yeah.
got the Rasen Shuriken.
Yeah.
So, just to be clear, by the way, for those of you who may have forgotten or whatever, the Akatsuki suppression arc is the Hidan and Takazu and like Rasen Shuriken, Shikamaru stuff. Even with the Rasen Shuriken, Naruto still sees Sasuke as his superior.
Yeah, he's still chasing
Kakashi
it.
notes that he's still mentally chasing after Sasuke. So the obvious narrative implication there is that Naruto hasn't caught up to Sasuke yet
Yeah, he's still chasing that goal. Boom.
and is still trying really hard to, which, I mean, you know, for the purposes of this video means that Sasuke wins this round. It's pretty much the exact same thing as the previous 2 rounds. Like, he just got way stronger as a result of his training with Orochimaru than Naruto did as a result of his training with Jiraiya. And he's still getting stronger because we see, it might be the next arc, but it's around this period in time that Sasuke is still undergoing training exercises with like Orochimaru's minions and stuff, fighting massive numbers of them and
Yes, it's right after
going
this
out of his way not to kill them. I don't think anything really changes here. It's still another win for Sasuke. I know, it's probably annoying, but like, Sasuke's just way stronger than Naruto in early Shippuden, you know? And Naruto does get quite a bit stronger over the course of Shippuden, but like, it's not
like
enough to
Sasuke.
bridge the
Yeah,
gap.
yeah.
Until
I'm gonna just
the
be
pain arc.
serious, bro. Before we talk about the pain arc, we haven't even talked about Kirin. Like,
yeah, that's true. This isn't like an ability he got in the like Itachi pursuit mission arc either. Like, this is something that he was just chilling with since the start of Shippuden. He threatened to use it against them when they showed up to Orochimaru's hideout, and Orochimaru had to stop them. So
yeah, I mean, Sasuke W. I mean, that's really all you can say. But then we get to the pain arc, and
Sage
there's,
mode.
Like, Naruto is really strong here.
yeah.
Really strong.
So we're kind of skipping over Itachi fight Sasuke because that's not the version of Sasuke that exists at the same time as Pain Arc,
Right.
like Sage Mode Naruto. So this fight is Sage Mode Naruto from the fight with Pain versus Taka Sasuke from the fight with B.
Ooh.
And this is unfortunate for Sasuke because Sasuke is even weaker in the fight against B than he is like in the arc prior, because he doesn't have the slight boost from having Orochimaru absorbed anymore.
Oh yeah, that's gone, hasn't it? All right. Yeah. Okay.
And he doesn't have the curse mark.
Curse
but
mark, no.
his Mangekyo isn't developed enough
Yeah. Either. Right. Okay. Yeah. Right. I'd say the next time Sasuke's back again.
to make up for the loss of those passive boosts. And I would just like to point out, by the way, that it's revealed in the Sasuke retrieval arc that even when he's not using it, the curse mark does provide Sasuke with a passive boost to his base stats.
Right, and he doesn't have that anymore.
Losing
Right.
it is a pretty big deal. Naruto just categorically, demonstrably beats Sasuke here. It's just a
Sage mode
fact.
is something
This-
else. I mean, the way he's able
like,
to fight Pain.
Zetsu
Yeah,
straight
yeah.
up tells him that there's no way Sasuke could beat him based on
And
what
that's
he's
after
seen of Sasuke.
heals.
Yeah, that's after Sasuke heals from the B fight. So that's based off what Zetsu knows about Naruto and Sasuke's respective abilities.
Okay.
There's just, like, Sage Mode Naruto is too strong. Now, I want to specify Naruto is not stronger than Pain. He had a lot of help and a lot of very special circumstances. Like, all the stars aligned, basically, for him in order to get that victory. But I think that Naruto did a lot better against Pain than Sasuke would have. And if Naruto busts out the 4 tails, or God forbid the 6 tails, it's just over. He probably won't. All he really needs is Sage Mode. But, you know, like, there's just nothing Sasuke would be able to do. Amaterasu is strong, but I think that, like, I don't even think that it would come to that. I think that he would just lose to a punch or something before Amaterasu even
gets out.
came up in the fight.
Right. I mean, Naruto also has expanding Rasen Shurikens at this point, which
Yes.
Sasuke just cannot prepare himself for. Like, he can look at the Rasen Shuriken, maybe dodge it, but he cannot prepare himself for an expansion of it. There's just no way that he can know that that's coming.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
Naruto's got Frog Kata, where he can basically attack you without attacking you.
But hasn't Naruto also been told to never use the Rasen Shuriken again at this point as well?
Like even if he misses the punch, you're still gonna get hit. There's so many things Naruto has aside from being stronger than Sasuke that virtually make it impossible for Sasuke to even pull out a W here if he starts cheesing the battle. So I mean, it's really just in Naruto's favor. And
You
then-
could throw the rest of Taka in there too if you wanted, and Naruto would still win.
And then we have the Kage Summit. Probably
This is the most interesting
part.
one. Yeah, you can go ahead and start us off with this.
So Sasuke gets massively stronger throughout the Kage Summit just due to Hatred Amps. We know that every time Sasuke Susanoo evolves, you might as well attribute it directly to a Hatred Amp. Especially in the fight with Danzo, we get Obito just telling us, Sasuke's rage grew, his power grew, and now his body is adapting to that power whenever his Susanoo eventually gets his little arrow. And then it evolves for the final time against Kakashi whenever he's talking about how he doesn't like the Leaf Village or whatever. So Sasuke's descending further and further into madness, and that
He's
whole
going
time
crazy.
he's descending in mental stability. He's just going up and up and up and up and up in power. So the Zetsu statement from before about Sasuke being weaker than Naruto is completely invalid at this point. Sasuke's completely eclipsed that older version of himself. Now, I think a very interesting comparison is whenever Sasuke talks about how his Susanoo is a more absolute defense than Gaara's. Because earlier, Gaara was just easily deflecting Sasuke's attacks, and his sand came in between Sasuke and the Raikage, and it stopped Amaterasu and the guillotine drop. So for Sasuke Susanoo to evolve to basically be able to tank the guillotine drop now is a pretty massive boost.
That's big.
And
That's big.
Sasuke after this, he goes into the the Kage Summit room. He stands on the roof. Cool as fuck. By the
That
way.
is class. Yeah, it's sick.
That scene is fire. Yeah.
Sick.
And then Mifune comes up, slashes at him. Now, I don't know how much everyone knows about Mifune, but Mifune is pretty cracked. He's pretty strong.
He's a big deal.
At the maximum, you could maybe say Mifune is faster than Prime Hanzo, who may be around Pain's level, but I don't want to take it that far. I'm just saying, Sasuke is reacting to Mifune and countering
Casually,
his sword
by the
slash.
way.
Just chill.
Yes, casually. No Mangekyo, just put his sword out and blocked Mifune easily. And Mifune
Yeah, he
compliments
looks
him
more
on it.
annoyed than anything.
Yeah. Mifune compliments him on it. Now, a lot of people try to downplay Sasuke within this room because he's like low on chakra at this point. But Inoki putting Sasuke in the Jintan Cube is nothing impressive. Sasuke's barely able to walk. He's like limping out of the room when it happens. Obviously, nothing's happened to Inoki, so he's at full power. Inoki mentions like, "Oh, I can't believe Deidara lost to a brat like you," or something like that. That's obviously not meant to be like a literal statement because Sasuke was already clearly superior to Deidara back when he was in Hebi. And he's much stronger at this point. And like I said, he's fatigued when he enters this room. So then you got Sasuke getting saved by Obito, and then finally when he comes into contact with Danzo, his power just reaches the absolute maximum. It's even stated in the data book like his anger is at the boiling point here. So it's like Sasuke is at his absolute strongest whenever he encounters Danzo. And then he gets weaker. He loses his Sharingan, he loses Susanoo and whatnot. Him and Naruto clash, Chidori to Rasengan. It's base Naruto, by the way. And then there's this statement, oh my god, where Naruto says that he needs the Nine Tails chakra in order to fight Sasuke. This statement has been taken out of context a lot. I think the context surrounding this statement more so implies that Naruto is talking about he needs to conquer hatred in order to fight Sasuke, especially due to his conversation with Team 7 and Hagoromo later on in the war arc, where he's essentially saying that he can't just beat Sasuke by being strong. He needs to overcome this hatred hurdle so he can end the cycle of hatred.
Yeah.
Naruto has two goals.
Yeah.
He wants to save Sasuke and he wants to end the cycle of hatred. One has to come before the other, right? And that's saving Sasuke. So if he can conquer the Nine Tails, whose chakra and will is just a lump of hatred,
hate,
then he can do that. Also, if you take this statement in its most literal form, which just isn't true, it's Naruto says he needs the Nine Tails chakra in order to fight Sasuke. Sasuke is not as strong as the entire Nine Tails at this point. We see that later on in the war whenever KCM 2 happens. He's not even as strong as that, right? So blind Sasuke is not as strong as KCM 2 Naruto or anything like that. And then keep in mind when Naruto, what he's thinking of when he's saying this is blind Sasuke. So he just tied with blind Sasuke for Rasengan to Chidori. So he's already as strong as blind Sasuke. So it's clearly not meant to be interpreted as he needs KCM or anything like that. Especially considering, on top of that, KCM 1 and 2 aren't really things. We call those forms that so that we know what each other is talking about.
Yeah, okay, fair. Yeah, because they never actually call it that.
In the battle.
Right.
In reality, that's all just
yeah.
QB chakra mode with Naruto using less and more than Nine Tails chakra and it's varying, right? So Naruto can't be saying, "Oh, I need KCM 1 to fight Sasuke." Hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know if that's a thing. So it's just far more likely that that's what that statement is talking about. And I think with all the surrounding context, maybe this is at full power a Sasuke dub. I think Swag has a little bit of a different interpretation where he thinks Naruto wins, so I'll let him go over that.
Okay.
But I think that Sasuke, being able to react to the right Kage and whatnot would kind of put him over KCM Naruto, who I think is faster than Sage Mode Naruto, at least from this arc. But yeah, I'll let Swag talk now. I've been rambling forever.
No, you got it. I mean, that was good, right? It was good to lay all that out there. So, first of all, I would like to say I am on the same page. I agree that statement about Naruto, or like the statement that Naruto gives where he's like, yeah, I'm going to need to master the Nine Tails to fight him. It just doesn't make any sense for it to be a strict power statement because it's based off of blind Sasuke, like you said. And I don't even like the idea that blind Sasuke is stronger than Sage Mode Naruto, let alone as strong as KCM 2. That's stupid. So he's probably just saying that they're equal in base. So who you think wins comes down to whether you think Sage Mode is stronger than the Mangekyo amp at full power. And now one thing I should say too is that it's not just that Sasuke is getting stronger because his Susanoo is developing further. The Mangekyo is passively buffing him too, which is something that Karin points out at the beginning of the arc when she notes that his chakra is colder and more intense even than Curse Mark 2. So Sasuke is getting a greater than Curse Mark 2 buff just from the Mangekyo existing, right? Like at all. And that's at that point. By the end of the arc, his Susanoo is fully developed. His Mangekyo is
so
just
cool.
like Six said, Obito points out that as his rage grows, so does his power. So this boost should be way, way, way beyond the scope of anything Curse Mark 2 could have offered to him at this point. So if you think that Sasuke would win at full power against Naruto here, I think that that's valid. It really just, like I said, it comes down to a question that doesn't have a conclusive answer, which is, do you think that Sage Mode is stronger than the boost that Sasuke is getting now? Because they are equal in base. That much is demonstrated. And I honestly don't know. I think I actually would lean towards Sasuke, but I think that Naruto is like really strong, especially based on his fight with Kurama, which happened shortly after this. And after not a ton of training. Like, Naruto is slightly stronger in the fight against Kurama than in the 5 Kage Summit, but he's doing all sorts of crazy stuff, making loads and loads of shadow clones, the Sage Mode, Rasengan Mega Barrage, that exploding Rasen Shuriken that damaged Kurama. So there's a good argument.
But then you could also say as well, like, it's not really happening physically, is it? It's all within his kind of, like, head or inside. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like... Can you actually quantify what's happening in there to an actual, like, outside physical space where it was him versus Sasuke? Do you know what I'm saying? That's where my head goes with that. But
that Naruto could beat Sasuke.
It's not like Kurama's come out of his body and then he's fighting him. It's like an internal kind of struggle thing.
Here, but I don't know. I think I'd probably just say this is a tie or inconclusive. if you put a gun to my head and made me pick, I might go with Sasuke. But if I'm allowed to use feats from Naruto versus Kurama, I might go with Naruto. So, like, I don't know. But, like, if you restrict the feats to strictly, like, 5 Kage Summit and prior, then I think that it's probably a Sasuke win. But I'm not super comfortable picking either one.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, that one's more so a tie. And then
yeah,
next
you can
is
just...
Mid-War.
No point for either one of them. If you guys want, just because we've been showing so much love to Sasuke, I can throw Naruto a markup on the board if you really want. You know, just for the sake of appeasing people. But I don't know if it's going to matter because of how many wins Sasuke has already
he's got a lot. Yeah.
The next fight is in the middle of the war. So it's basically as soon as Sasuke is able to fight.
I wonder, before we get to the end here, so we checked out Six's video on when Sasuke became the strongest. Whether that's going to affect their decision on the end, but then Naruto wins, we see it, so again, he did win.
Again, which is when he gets the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan and recovers from the surgery.
Oh my god.
So this would be Sasuke with Itachi's eyes and the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan versus Naruto having, I guess, mastered the Nine Tails Chakra as far as he's aware, but he hasn't really mastered it yet because he doesn't have KCM 2. So this is basically KCM 1 mid to early war Naruto versus EMS Sasuke.
How do you do
I
this?
think that Sasuke takes this because his performance is much more consistent with Naruto's performance later in the war.
Okay.
Like when they're fighting Ten Tails Obito, or just the Ten Tails, for example. Sasuke seems to be able to keep pace with that KCM Naruto. And I'll talk more about KCM 2 in the next round, but I think that it's safe to assume that that version of Naruto is stronger than the one from earlier in the war because he's been fighting a lot. And I mean, now before anybody says, "Well, that the opposite should actually be true,"
he should be getting weaker
since he's been fighting. He should be fatigued. He gets his chakra back a lot.
Yeah.
Right. And fighting makes you stronger in Naruto. This much has been stated
Oh,
before. Many characters have gotten stronger just by fighting. It actually happens many times throughout the war. And if you want to think of it like this, an actual fight is basically just like a training exercise, but with real stakes.
Yeah.
So doing all these fights against all these people with all these shadow clones
You're gonna
spread
get
all
stronger
across the
doing it.
world
Yeah.
should have made Naruto stronger, I think, in the time.
Very valid point. The shadow clones thing as well. They're all over the place, and he gains their stuff like the whole. That's why how he trains, like with the Sage Mode and that. Like he takes all their knowledge and everything once they've dissipated. Like so, yeah, he's defo getting stronger.
Between when this fight would be happening and when Sasuke displayed relativity to Naruto later in the war. So I think it's pretty safe to say that Sasuke would win this fight. But what's your opinion?
No, I agree completely. Like it's way more safe to say Sasuke would win than it would be to throw in all of the would be and could be's to Naruto to say that Naruto would win.
Yeah.
Sasuke position is just way more concrete.
And then there's other stuff too, like when Naruto fights against Itachi. And granted, you can say that, you know, this is because Naruto's fatigued because he just made all the clones, which is fair.
Yeah.
But Naruto doesn't really seem to compare to Itachi, like, at all in this fight. Like, they start fighting and they seem kind of close. But then when Itachi breaks free and actually starts trying, he's the only one doing anything against Nagato, and he's actually pretty close in power to Nagato. Like, the two of them seem like fairly relative. Whereas, at least, I'll say, just so Six doesn't get mad at me. Different conversation, though. They're at least relative in power, but, like, Nagato just eclipses Naruto and B. This much is demonstrated. Then later, Sasuke, while he's not as strong as Itachi when the two of them are fighting against Kabuto, he just seems like a way closer match for Itachi than Naruto was. Like, they're doing team attacks and stuff. Sasuke's intercepting attacks directed at Itachi. You know, he's, like, hitting Kabuto. Like, he's actually helping Itachi, which is more than Naruto and B did against Nagato. So, I think all signs point to Sasuke being
Yeah,
superior.
it does make sense.
Series.
Does make sense.
Yeah, 100%. And then we get the late war.
So this is when Naruto has KCM2, and if you want to be really, really, really nice to Naruto, the very end of the war, KCM2 Sage Mode Naruto. Either version, though, Sasuke doesn't have a chance. He takes one look at KCM2, and it makes him mad.
Literally. Like, he's like, Naruto has this much chakra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Control over this much chakra. So, we don't even really need to talk about Sasuke getting mad at KCM2 because we have him directly compared to and equal to KCM1 Naruto, or Master KCM, whichever one you say.
Okay.
So, Sasuke is just absolutely beneath KCM2 Naruto. So, Naruto would smash him.
And if you
And
give
then
Naruto
Sage
KCM2
mode?
Sage Mode, yeah,
Come
like,
on.
oh my god.
Okay. Yeah. I'll give him this. It's when we get into Madara.
Like, Sasuke had to get help from Naruto himself and Jugo to keep up with that version of Naruto.
And I think Naruto was still clearly superior to him, too. And this was also while Naruto was in the middle of sharing chakra with a bunch of people,
Yeah,
by
like,
the way.
oh my God.
Many members of the Allied Shinobi Forces. And he was sharing enough chakra with, like, all of the Konoha 11 that they were getting their own KCM2 cloaks.
When I say against Madara, I mean like when Madara's got the white and it's the sage stuff. That's when a discussion's going to come in.
So this was like, I mean, like, he was doing a lot. He was giving people a lot, and he was still just leaps and bounds ahead of Sasuke. It's just not fair at all.
Sasuke loses terribly, and
This might be the worst one so far, actually.
Wow, okay.
I think this one is a bigger gap than Start of Shippuden is.
yeah, absolutely. And then you got 6 paths. This isn't as big of a gap, but there's
But
one
Naruto
there.
is still... Naruto's
Still
still the clear
winning.
winner here.
Yeah.
And Naruto is the clear winner. So, I mean, mainly from the final
It's
valley
this
fight.
one. This is what I'm intrigued by because Six did his video talking about Sasuke being the
This
strongest.
is another fight that sort of just happened. Sasuke lost after having multiple advantages. And Naruto's holding back for one, right? And he's playing defensive most of the fight. And Sasuke calls him out for this. He's like, bro, are you only going to play defense? Like, you can't beat me by only playing
I
defense.
was like, I don't want to kill you.
And Naruto mentions over and over again how this isn't how he wants him and Sasuke's fight to go. Like, he's like, this isn't my dream. Like, this isn't how I figured me and you would end the little squabbling or whatever. So Naruto's holding back, fending off Sasuke, and then wins in the end. After Sasuke absorbs all the chakra from the Biju, he just loses. So, I mean, yeah, just a Naruto dub.
I think that there's also a little...
Such a weird, like, huh.
bit of narrative subtext.
That's dead weird that he just went like that when he did a whole video about like Sasuke being the strongest and then like
in the way that the scene is directed to. It seems, and now maybe this is a stretch, Kishimoto,
But again, this fight we do see Naruto actually win it, so yeah.
like, he has a history of doing this sort of thing. Like, a good example that's relevant for this video is when Team 7 first runs into Sasuke again. He's above them, and that the scene is framed that way to clearly convey
Show
to the
how
viewer,
strong he is, right?
without the need for any dialogue, that Sasuke is stronger than they are.
Yeah, it's visual, cool.
So
With that,
in the Final Valley fight, when they have their Rasengan and Chidori clash, they're not on even ground like they are the first time it happens, but instead Sasuke is falling and Naruto is going
rising
up.
up, right?
So in a literal sense, this means that Naruto has to fight against gravity, whereas Sasuke is being helped by gravity. But also, I think it's very easy to read into this and like infer that this is supposed to be Kishimoto saying that Naruto is fighting an uphill battle here, because Sasuke is fighting without restraint, but Naruto has the discipline.
Yeah, he's got everything against him.
And like also lacks the desire, like necessary to want to kill Sasuke. So I think that everything just points to Naruto like being stronger here. A lot of people like to say, oh, Sasuke only said he lost because Naruto still wanted to fight at the end, even though they were in the same condition, blah, 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 blah. But Sasuke conceded. The fight did actually happen.
We saw
and
it,
Sasuke
yes.
said Naruto won. So I think that should be good enough. But if you want to analyze it further than that, everything that Six said is valid, then plus what I said just to add on to it. I think that Kishimoto did it on purpose, right? Because he could have, and it would have been very easy to, just draw the exact same type of Rasengan and Chidori clash that they did before.
Yeah.
Another thing, too, another advantage that Sasuke has is that he puts Enton in his Chidori. So it's like an amped Chidori that ties with Naruto's regular base Rasengan. So Sasuke had every advantage possible in this fight. And like I was saying, Kishimoto could have drawn it at a neutral angle where they were both clashing on an even playing field. But he chose, for some reason, to have Sasuke falling and Naruto going up. So I think that his goal here, I think that there had to be a reason for it. And I think that the reason was because he wanted to make it apparent that Naruto was the stronger of the two. There's also stuff from the fight with Kaguya, like Naruto just performs better regularly against her, but we don't really have to go into that because, like we said, Sasuke admitted defeat. So go ahead, throw one up on the board for Naruto.
Then we move on to the last. So the last is
Oh.
like, the board took
I was kind of looking at it, and I was like, you've got to the end here. What the hell? All right.
movie where there's a novel and there's the last, right? It's not a novelization. So a novelization is when the movie gets turned into a novel.
Yeah, okay.
This is the last had a novel that got turned into a movie. And in the last novel, when Sasuke shows up in order to break the meteor heading towards Konoha, it says that he is Kakashi's strongest student, meaning that he's stronger than Naruto, so he would beat Naruto.
Right.
It's really that simple.
Okay.
If you want to talk about the anime only, then we just kind of can't conclude on it.
This is the only piece of information we have about either of them and how they scale to one another. So I think that it's just safe to give it to Sasuke. And if you want to fight this statement, I don't know what to tell you, dude. Like, that is as concrete as possible. It's as close to saying Sasuke is stronger than Naruto without outright saying it. Because it's like there are 3 students of Kakashi.
Yeah.
If Sasuke is the strongest,
Kakashi saying the
that
strongest,
means he's stronger
he's the
than
strongest.
Naruto.
Yeah.
It's not a broad category.
It's not difficult.
So, if you want, I guess you can chalk this up to a tie. Like, I wouldn't say that that's dumb. I think that that's valid. But the only information that we have about it from the original source material says that Sasuke was stronger. So I'm going to give it to him.
Then you got Boruto, Naruto.
Oh,
and
we're still
Sasuke.
going. We're still going.
This is
All
unclear,
right.
and I feel like me or Swag, no matter which way we pick, we are going to get attacked.
Right.
When in reality, like I said, the fight is kind of just unclear. So you have the Boruto movie data book. They say Naruto and Sasuke are equals. That's
Okay.
not stated in the anime by any like official source, but it's an opinion that Orochimaru and Mitsuki both hold in the anime and manga. I'm pretty sure it's also in the novel as well, but just saying, in this era, it's stated that they're equal in every continuity. Just the source varies. So if you don't want to take it, whatever. But with that being said, it sort of makes it difficult to determine who would win, because it's just like, would they just tie? Is Naruto stronger? And then we don't really get anything for that. So I'm saying this is a tie.
Tie.
Inconclusive.
Okay.
You can pick whichever one you want to, based on your favorite character, and I'm going to leave it at that. And
I agree, but I think that the series illustrates them as equals pretty regularly. I think that if there was a strength disparity, it would have been alluded to or said
Would have been
or
mentioned.
something
Yeah.
at some point, right? Like, we would have one source that just straight up confirms Naruto or Sasuke's superiority.
Yeah, but
But
they
we
haven't.
don't really.
Okay.
If it existed, we would tell you about it, and we would be like,
it's
this
not
person
there,
wins,
so-
but
alright,
we
okay.
don't. So I think that it's just like, it depends on what kind of day they're having type of thing, you know? Like, if Naruto wakes up on the wrong side of the bed, he might lose. If Sasuke doesn't get enough sleep
Yeah.
and eats no breakfast or something, then he might
Damn.
lose, right? It really just depends. So I'm going to mark this as a tie.
Tie.
Then we have, maybe this is like a bonus or like supplementary category, I don't know. But it's Boruto era post nerfs, because and maybe I shouldn't have put this on the
Before that-
list just because of the answer, but wait, go ahead.
But before that, Boriyama Naruto
Oh,
would beat the dog.
absolute crap. Yep. I admit like barrier mode going in.
Sasuke.
Yeah, that obviously, you know, it's not
Obviously, the way Naruto fight. Ah,
even a category here. You know,
Yeah.
if you want to
Barrier
give a
mode
point to Naruto for that,
stonks.
sure. Because you know, I said this kind of earlier in the video, but I don't know how much of a difference it's gonna make. But like post nerfs, I don't know. Do you think Sage Mode is stronger than Sasuke's one Mangekyo Sharingan? Then I guess Naruto wins. Do you think that Sasuke's Genjutsu is too much for Naruto to handle? Then I guess Sasuke.
Yeah, it's very
there
difficult.
are a lot of arguments you
'cause
can
they've
make for
both
both parties,
had
but
their most
neither
powerful
of them
things
have
taken
been
away,
shown fighting one
yeah.
another yet. And since at the time of this video's release, we're pretty much right at the time skip, I don't think that we're going to get any proof of who's stronger, so this is probably, like the last one, just gonna stay a tie forever.
Well, I think we will see that Sasuke is stronger because Naruto is sealed away right
He's trapped away.
Yeah.
now. And
Yeah, and then Sasuke's obviously going to be like helping Boruto and Sarada, and you'd think he'd get stronger through that process as well.
And the Sasuke is training with Boruto, and like it's why you said the time skip is about to happen. So we're about to see Sasuke after the time skip. Maybe he's gotten stronger, so maybe we'll see that confirmation. But as of now, that's just speculation, and we don't know.
Yeah, because like the theories were as well Naruto's just going to train while he's trapped, but then we saw the whole like situation of him being trapped where he's literally just like stood there not being able to do anything, so it's not that way, so he can't train. So
So, the final score for everybody, Sasuke has Land of Waves, Forest of Death, Chunin Exam Finals, Sasuke Retrieval, Kazekage Rescue, Tenchi Bridge, Akatsuki Suppression, Mid-War, and the last.
9.
And Kage Summit, if you want to throw that in there, because
Yeah.
we said that was a tie. And then you could also talk about Boruto and the post nerfs, because we said that was a tie too, and you can choose if you want. So if you include those, it's 12, but if you don't, it's 9
Damn.
for Sasuke.
Then Naruto has the Chunin Exam Preliminaries, Search for Tsunade, Pain Arc, Late War, and 6 pads.
Damn.
And then if you include the tie rounds, he has 8. Without them, he has 5.
So Sasuke wins both ways.
Sasuke wins more than he loses here. Even if you give every tiebreaker
Yeah.
to Naruto,
Yeah, madness.
Sasuke still comes out
Madness.
on top. This was not done on purpose. None of these arguments were disingenuous, and none of these categories were inserted disingenuously either. Even if you give all of the ties to Naruto and still, like, for some reason insert Baryon mode in there as well, just as like a bonus win condition for him, then they still only like tie.
Yeah.
And that is the most generous interpretation of the entire series possible for Naruto, with like an added basically like free space for him. So it wasn't on purpose, you know.
It was.
He's the Uchiha guy.
Neither of us went into this with the intent of making Sasuke win the little mini game here, I guess. But you know,
If you want to
just how the
believe that-
cookie crumbles.
the two Uchiha boys, we definitely didn't make the video to say Sasuke won. 100%. It just happened to come
It's just
down this
how it
way
is.
with the specific
It's how it
rounds
is.
that we chose for the video.
Well, what other rounds would you introduce where Naruto wins?
I mean, it's just how it went down. So
But anyway, if you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to Six as well. I'll leave
Hell
the link to his
yes.
channel down in the description. He uploads a lot of Naruto content, more frequently than I do, actually. So if you're hungry for, the sort of stuff that you saw us discussing here, head on over to his channel and you won't be disappointed. But also, let both of us know, do you disagree with us on any of these? Who do you think would win in, say,
Kind of have to agree with it.
exam
Yeah, it's
finals? Do
pretty
you think
decent.
Naruto could tough it out? The Kage Summit is the one that I'm most interested in hearing from you guys about, though. I want to know you guys' opinion on that. But if you do give a differing opinion, don't just say, "Oh, blank would win this." Show your work.
Why? Yeah,
Tell me
explain
why.
it. Yeah.
I want to be introduced to new perspectives.
because that was definitely the longest portion of the video, and when we were talking about it, that's the one we got hung up on. Literally the only one where we were like, well, I guess we got hung up on some
I love talking nerdy anime fights with people, and I just don't get to do that. So I'd love to do stuff like this at some point.
stuff in part one, but it got solved in like 5 minutes. That
Yeah.
one was like an hour-long conversation, maybe longer. So I'm definitely interested to hear how people would take that otherwise. And maybe, maybe we didn't bring something up that you thought was super important.
Yeah.
Right?
It is a 700 chapter series,
It's a
more
lot.
including the Boruto stuff that we talked about. So we may have let some stuff fly under our radar. I'm pretty sure we did a good job.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
decent.
that we
I like
covered everything. But if we missed anything, let us know. Thanks everybody for watching all the way to the end, and until next time, catch you later.
Cool. Yeah, that was class. That was cool. Can't really disagree with everything. I just thought Six's approach to the final fight at the end of Shippuden with Naruto and Sasuke was a bit weird, considering he did a fight about when Sasuke in the fight became the strongest. But same time, the way they were doing it, if the fight's already been happening and won, then yeah, I really need to pee. So make sure you check out my Etsy shop. Links in the description for t-shirts and hoodies that I have designed. And thank you to my patrons. If you want to have your name at the end of every video I upload, link in the description to the Patreon page. $1 a month for the support channel. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you guys very much for that. And thank you all for watching. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of this? Click like, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave comments down below. Let me know that I should watch this in future videos. See you guys next time. Bye.